The trailer for Heartland. Season 19 has dropped and fans are already losing their minds because the hints inside suggest big changes are coming. This is not just another season filled with family ranch stories and emotional drama. The new footage points to twists that could completely reshape the lives of Amy, Lou, Jack, and the rest of the Heartland family. For years, we have watched them face struggles, overcome heartbreak, and grow stronger as a family. But Season 19 looks different. The tone feels heavier, the emotions are raw, and the stakes are higher. If you thought you knew where this show was going, think again because the trailer shows that nothing will ever be the same. Heartland has always been more than just a family drama. At its heart, it is a story about resilience, healing, and love tied to the land and the people who care for it. For nearly 2 decades, the series has taken us through moments of joy and heartbreak, reminding fans why this show stands apart from all others. From Amy finding her path as a horse whisperer to Lou struggling to balance her political career with her personal life, the journey has always felt deeply human and emotional. The ranch itself has become a symbol of strength, a place where family bonds are tested but never fully broken. Every season has built on this foundation. But Season 18 left us with questions that now hang over Season 19 like a storm cloud ready to break. The last season ended with several storylines hanging in balance. Amy continued to find her way forward after the loss of Ty, but there were moments when she seemed torn between holding on to the past and opening herself up to the future. Fans could sense that something big was coming for her character, a turning point that would either bring healing or create even more conflict. Lou faced her own challenges as her responsibilities pulled her in different directions. Her struggles as mayor and as a mother were not easily resolved, and the trailer for Season 19 suggests those pressures are only going to get worse. Jack, the emotional rock of the family, tried to hold everyone together, but even he cannot keep every storm away. The younger generation, including Katie and Lyndy, began stepping into larger roles, hinting that the story may soon shift toward them as well. What made the Season 18 finale so powerful was that it felt like the calm before the storm. Viewers could tell that change was coming, but we did not know when or how it would strike. The Season 19 trailer has now made it clear the calm is over. The first glimpses show tension on the ranch, emotional confrontations, and even hints of new faces entering the story. All of this sets the stage for a season that will not just move the story forward, but change its very direction. This is why fans are calling the trailer one of the most shocking in years. It does not just tease more of the same. Instead, it promises evolution, transformation, possibly even endings for characters we have grown attached to for nearly 20 years. The trailer suggests that the family we know will not look the same by the end of this season, and that is both exciting and terrifying for loyal viewers. Season 19 is shaping up to be a season of turning points, where choices made will echo far into the future of Heartland. The trailer for Heartland Season 19 wastes no time in setting the tone. It begins with sweeping shots of the ranch, but instead of the warm golden light fans are used to, the visuals feel sharper, almost colder, hinting at a shift in the atmosphere. This choice alone signals that the story we are about to see is not going to be business as usual. The first image that stands out is Amy riding across the fields, her expression focused and intense. It is not the calm and free Amy we have often seen before. It looks as though she is racing against something, either time or a problem she cannot escape. This one moment already raises questions. What is she running from, or what is she rushing toward? The trailer quickly moves to Lou, standing in what looks like her office, her face lit only by the glow of a desk lamp. She seems exhausted, weighed down by responsibility. A voiceover says, "Sometimes doing the right thing costs you everything," though the trailer does not show who says this line. The way it is paired with Lou's image makes it feel connected to her struggles. Is she about to make a decision as mayor that could hurt her family or her future? The editing deliberately leaves that unanswered, but the tension is unmistakable. Then we see Jack, standing in the barn, looking at a photograph on the wall. His eyes seem heavy with memories. Jack has always been the heart of Heartland, the one who keeps everyone steady, But in this moment, the trailer makes him look vulnerable. That is unusual, and it suggests we may see Jack facing a personal battle in this season. Could it be health-related, or is it something deeper tied to the family's future? The shot lingers long enough to make viewers feel uneasy, as if a big moment is coming for him. One of the biggest shocks in the trailer comes from a quick flash of a new face. A stranger is shown talking to Amy, though his identity is hidden in shadows. Fans immediately began speculating online. Is this a new ranch hand, a rival, or even a connection from Ty's past? The trailer offers no answers, but makes sure this moment stays in your mind. In Heartland, new characters often bring both conflict and growth, and this one looks like no exception. There is also a powerful moment of Amy comforting Lyndy, who appears upset about something she cannot explain. This emotional scene hints at the younger generation beginning to feel the weight of the family's struggles. It is not just the adults anymore. The children are becoming part of the bigger story, and that could lead to some of the most touching but heartbreaking moments of the season. Finally, the trailer closes with a line that echoes over a shot of the ranch at sunset. A voice says, "Everything is about to change." The words are simple, but after the images shown before, they feel heavy. It is not just a promise of drama, but a warning that the Heartland we know may look very different by the end of Season 19. That single line has already become the focus of countless fan theories, because it feels like the showrunners are preparing us for something unforgettable and maybe even irreversible. Every time Heartland introduces a new face, it is never by accident. These characters are carefully written to challenge the family, test their values, and sometimes even change the direction of the ranch itself. The Season 19 trailer hints at several possible new arrivals, though it keeps their details hidden, almost daring fans to guess. What stands out is not just who these characters might be, but the kind of ripple effect they could have on the lives of the ones we already know. One mysterious figure shown in the trailer is a man speaking to Amy in the shadows. His voice is calm, but there is an edge to his tone, as if he carries a secret that could shake Amy's world. Viewers only get a glimpse, but his presence feels significant. He does not look like a passing guest star. He looks like someone who could stay, someone who might even force Amy to make choices she has been avoiding since Ty's death. Some fans already believe he could be tied to Ty's past or connected to the wider horse training community. Either way, his presence suggests Amy's storyline will no longer be about simply surviving her grief, but about facing what her future really looks like. The trailer also drops a hint of a younger character, possibly a teenager, riding at the edge of the Heartland fields. It is only a second-long shot, but it is enough to spark questions. Could this be a new family member? Maybe a relative we have not yet met? Or perhaps a troubled youth who finds healing at the ranch, echoing Amy's gift for helping both horses and people. So this new character could represent the next generation of Heartland, blending the familiar themes of growth and healing with a fresh, youthful energy. Another moment in the trailer shows Lou speaking to someone in what looks like a council meeting. The camera deliberately hides the person's face, but the tone suggests conflict. Could this be a political rival? Someone determined to push Lou out of her position as mayor? If that is the case, Lou may be facing her toughest challenge yet, one that blurs the line between her role in the community and her loyalty to her family. This storyline could test Lou in ways we have never seen before, forcing her to decide what truly matters most. What makes these hints about new characters so powerful is the way they are used to highlight the central theme of change. Heartland has always been about family, but family is not a fixed picture. People come, people go, and sometimes strangers become as important as blood relatives. These new faces are not just side notes. They are reminders that the Heartland world is still growing, still evolving, and that every new season brings with it the possibility of transformation. Season 19 seems determined to push the boundaries of the story. The introduction of these new characters will not just be about adding fresh energy. It will be about forcing the family to confront challenges they cannot avoid. Whether it is Amy facing her future, Lou defending her choices, or Jack realizing the ranch cannot remain unchanged forever, these new storylines will shape the season into something that feels bigger, bolder, and perhaps even riskier than anything Heartland has attempted before. When a Heartland trailer drops, the fans waste no time in pulling it apart frame by frame. And Season 19 is no exception. Within hours of its release, theories began filling forums and social media pages, each one trying to explain what those quick flashes of drama might really mean. The fascinating thing about this season is how divided the predictions are. Some believe we are about to witness one of the most uplifting chapters in Heartland history, while others are convinced we are heading straight toward heartbreak. One of the biggest theories surrounds Amy. The shadowy man who appears beside her has sparked endless debate. Some fans think he could be a mentor or even a rival in horse training, someone who challenges her skills and pushes her to evolve. Others believe he could be a romantic figure, someone who forces Amy to finally confront the idea of moving on after Ty. This theory has split the fandom, with some embracing the possibility of new love and others fearing it would betray Ty's legacy. Either way, the tension proves that Amy's storyline will carry some of the heaviest emotional weight this season. Another prediction focuses on Jack. His reflective moment in the barn, staring at a photograph, has led some viewers to believe his health may become a central issue. Could the show be preparing us for a storyline where Jack faces a decline, forcing the family to think about a future without him at the head of the ranch? This possibility terrifies fans, but it also feels like the kind of bold move a long-running series might take to remind everyone that time does not stand still. Some even predict that Jack might step aside willingly, handing over more responsibility to Amy or even to the younger generation. Lou's political struggles are also fueling speculation. The line in the trailer about doing the right thing costing you everything has been linked to her arc, with fans guessing that she may have to make a choice between her role as mayor and her loyalty to her family. Some think she will be forced into a scandal or controversy that puts the Heartland Ranch directly in the spotlight. If that happens, Lou's leadership will be tested like never before, and it could either cement her legacy or shatter it. Then there are theories about the children, especially Lyndy and Katie. Some fans believe Season 19 may mark the beginning of their rise as central figures. One theory even suggests a time jump midway through the season, showing them older and more actively involved in the ranch. Would explain the heavier tone of the trailer and could set up Heartland's future for years to come. The most dramatic theory, however, is that Season 19 could serve as the beginning of the end. After nearly 2 decades on air, many fans believe the show might be preparing for a final arc. The repeated use of phrases like "everything will change" feels like more than just a tease. Feels like a warning that we may be approaching the last great chapter of Heartland. If this theory proves true, every storyline, every new character, and every decision will carry even greater weight because they will not just be shaping one season, but the entire legacy of the series. What makes these predictions so exciting is that they all feel possible. The trailer is crafted in such a way that it refuses to give a clear answer. Instead, it leaves fans standing at a crossroads of possibilities where any path could lead to joy, pain, or both. And that uncertainty is exactly why Season 19 already feels so different. It has fans preparing not just for another year on the ranch, but for a season that could truly redefine what Heartland means. Heartland has never been afraid to evolve. But Season 19 feels different. From the moment the trailer begins, it is clear the writers are signaling a turning point not just for one character, but for the entire family. This is not simply another chapter in the long-running story of the ranch. It is the moment when the series dares to step into unknown territory, reshaping the bonds we thought were unshakable, and forcing every character to grow in ways they have been avoiding for years. The phrase "everything will change" is not an empty promise. It is woven into the images and emotions of the trailer itself. We see Amy caught between her past and her future, Lou weighed down by choices that threaten her identity, Jack confronting his own vulnerability, and the younger generation beginning to carry responsibilities beyond their years. These are not small adjustments to the story. They are shifts that suggest the very foundation of Heartland is about to be tested. For nearly 2 decades, Heartland has offered fans a sense of comfort. No matter how bad things became, the ranch remained a safe place where healing was always possible, but Season 19 dares to ask a harder question. What happens when the people who keep Heartland strong begin to change themselves? What happens when the comfort of tradition collides with the reality of time, loss, and the future knocking at the door? The answer hinted at by the trailer is that the family will be forced to face truths they can no longer ignore. The arrival of new characters makes this even more intense. Strangers entering the story have always carried the power to either heal or destroy. And Season 19 positions these outsiders as catalysts for change. Whether they bring hidden secrets, new opportunities, or painful challenges, their presence ensures that the family dynamic we know cannot stay the same. The balance of Heartland has always been delicate, but this season, it looks like the scale may finally tip. Another reason Season 19 feels transformative is the possibility that it may mark the start of a final arc. Fans sense it in the tone, in the language of the trailer, and in the way the storylines seem heavier, as if preparing us for something irreversible. Even if this is not the end, it feels like a season designed to redefine the future of the series. Will the ranch continue under new leadership? Will Amy take on a role that pushes her beyond her grief? Will the next generation begin their journey as the faces of Heartland's future? These are the questions that make the season feel larger. Then life change is never easy, and that is why it matters so much here. Heartland has taught its viewers for years that growth often comes through pain, and that the hardest choices are the ones that shape us most. Season 19 looks ready to embody that truth in full. It is not just about horses, ranch life, or even family anymore. It is about legacy, about what we pass on, and about whether the Heartland we love can survive the transformations that time demands. That is why fans are bracing themselves, because this season is not promising comfort. It is promising change. And once those changes arrive, the Heartland we know may never be the same again. As the trailer fades to black, one thing becomes clear. Heartland Season 19 is not coming to keep things comfortable. It is coming to test its characters, to stretch the limits of their bonds, and to pull the audience into a journey where the only certainty is that nothing will remain the same. For longtime fans, this is both thrilling and unsettling. We have grown with these characters for nearly 2 decades, seen them fall, rise, love, grieve, and rebuild. To watch them now standing at the edge of massive change feels like watching a family we know standing on a cliff. It's ready to jump into an unknown future. But this is exactly why Heartland has lasted as long as it has. It has never been just about horses or ranch life. It has always been about reflecting the struggles and triumphs of real life, where change is unavoidable and growth often comes at the hardest moments. Season 19 seems ready to deliver that lesson on a bigger scale than ever before. And the best part is, fans are not just watching from the sidelines. They're part of this conversation, shaping theories, predicting outcomes, and holding their breath as the trailer teases one twist after another. So now, the question is yours. What do you think Season 19's biggest change will be? Will Amy finally step into a new chapter of her life, even if it means leaving behind the shadow of her past? Will Lou's choices as mayor put the ranch itself at risk? Will Jack be forced to face a battle even he cannot win? Or will the younger generation, Lyndy and Katie, become the unexpected center of the story? Every frame of the trailer hints at these possibilities, but the answers are still hidden, waiting for the season to unfold. Your thoughts matter here because Heartland has always thrived on its community of fans. The theories, the debates, the hopes, and the fears all fuel the magic of the show. So share your predictions in the comments. Who do you think the mysterious stranger is? What decision do you believe will change the family forever? And do you think this could be the beginning of the final chapter of Heartland? If you have been with Heartland since the beginning, or if you are just discovering it now, Season 19 is shaping up to be the most unforgettable ride yet. The story has grown, the stakes have risen, and the family we love is standing on the edge of transformation. Do not miss what happens next. Subscribe for more updates, cast news, and episode breakdowns, because when season 19 arrives, we are all going to need each other to process the shocks that are coming. Heartland is about family, and so is this community. So let us get ready together, because season 19 is not just another season. It is a promise of change. And change, once it comes, never lets anything stay the same. There comes a point in every long-running story where the audience feels the ground shifting. Season 19 of Heartland is that moment. The trailer does not whisper change, it shouts it. It shows us characters we have loved for years standing in moments of silence, tension, and choice. It teases shadows of the past colliding with uncertain futures. Reminds us that even the strongest bonds can be tested, and that even the safest homes can face storms. For nearly 2 decades, has been a comfort show for millions. It has been the series fans turn to when they need to see hope, love, and healing. But comfort is not enough to keep a story alive this long. Change is what keeps it breathing. Growth is what keeps it meaningful, and season 19 looks prepared to do both in a way that could redefine the entire legacy of Heartland. Think about what the trailer shows us. Amy on the edge of a decision that could rewrite her future. Lou caught between her career and her family, knowing she cannot keep both intact forever. Jack reflecting on his past, perhaps facing battles he has never spoken aloud. Children like Lyndy and Katie no longer in the background, but stepping forward into the story in ways that could make them the future of Heartland itself. These are not small shifts. They are signs of transformation. Signs that the show is ready to take its biggest leap yet. And maybe that is what has fans so divided, so restless, so desperate for answers. Change is exciting, but it is also frightening. To imagine Heartland without Ty was once impossible, yet the story continued. To imagine Jack growing old and vulnerable feels almost unbearable, but the trailer dares us to consider it. To think of Amy opening her heart again feels both hopeful and heartbreaking. This is the emotional balance season 19 is promising. Joy and pain woven together in a way that feels real. So the question remains, when the season ends, will we still recognize the Heartland we know, or will it become something entirely new? Perhaps that is the point. Perhaps the lesson Heartland has been building toward for years is that families change, people grow, and life does not stand still. No matter how much we wish it could, that is why this trailer has everyone talking. Right? Because deep down, we all know it is true. Change is coming, and when it arrives, nothing will ever be the same again. So let me ask you this. What do you think the biggest change will be? Share your theories, your hopes, and even your fears in the comments. Join the conversation, because this season belongs to all of us. And if you want to keep up with every trailer clue, every cast update, and every emotional twist along the way, make sure to subscribe. The ranch is ready for a new chapter. The family is standing on the edge of transformation. Heartland season 19 is about to prove once again why it is more than a show. It is a journey we take together.